Ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls, we got to talk a little bit quietly this morning because it's early in the morning and I don't want to wake the neighbors. So you guys are going to get ASMR Andy. Is that nice or is that horrible? I don't know. Okay, so a little bit of motivation for those of you wanting to start approaching women, or maybe you're already doing it, but you're a little bit nervous. And maybe you see a cute girl, you want to go say hi to her, but the doubts and the insecurities and the anxiety and the nervousness kicks in because, hey, you're doing something that most guys don't do. Fair enough, you might be a little bit nervous. I was having a conversation with one of my coaching clients, and this is a little bit of motivation that I gave him. I said, okay, you joke, but one of the most powerful things that my mate Tim ever said to me, there was this girl that I was wanting to approach, but I just felt so much anxiety. She was sitting on a bench by herself. The situation was perfect, but I just couldn't do it. I texted him and I told him I wanted to approach, but I couldn't. And he said, Andy, right now, by not talking to that girl, you are depriving her of the chance to meet you and have an amazing experience with you. Something shifted in my brain, and I thought, you know what? He is right. I'm going to go say hi. I'm going to try and make her feel nice. I walked over, I gave her a compliment, I talked to her for a little bit, and I asked her out. She had a boyfriend, but she was super grateful and happy that I said hi to her. I walked away feeling like I just made her day 5% brighter, and mine too in the process. And I've never forgotten that lesson. If you don't go say hi, you are depriving that person of the chance to meet you and potentially have a really great experience with you. Stop being such a selfish, I wrote selfie, but stop being such a selfish dick and go say hi. And a lot of you can take that exact same lesson. What if when you go over and talk to that girl, she absolutely loves you to bits and you guys go on a date and have an amazing time together? What if she's just grateful for the compliment? You walked over and told her that she's pretty. What if she has a boyfriend, but then you say, I hope you guys are really happy together. That's amazing. Enjoy your day. And she goes, wow, like, thank you. Like, that's beautiful. I hope you have a good day too. What if you hit on her and the two of you end up becoming best fucking friends? Like, you don't know what will happen. But if you don't go and say hi, you're not giving yourself or her that opportunity, especially in this community. A lot of you are really good at embracing some of the mindsets that we give you, like leave every woman better than you found her, walk over to her and try and make her day 5% brighter and your own day in the process. Women are on the same team as you. It's men and women on the same team. It's not men versus women. If you walk over with those mindsets and have the intention to make her day just a tiny bit better, and your day just a tiny bit better, a lot of the women are going to respond incredibly positively to that. Especially if you're a decent dude, you're very honest and upfront. You say, hey, I find you super pretty. Like, you don't beat around the bush. You say exactly what you're there for. A lot of women are going to absolutely fucking love you. Some won't, and that's okay. But you're depriving yourself and her of the chance to have a really good experience. And once you do this enough, once you have some really good experiences from approaching, like you approach a woman, you end up dating her, like one of the women I'm dating right now, Molly, who is just an absolute gem in my life. She was just some girl that walked past me that I saw, and I hesitated to talk to her because I was a little bit nervous. She looked very intimidating. But if you talk to them, you have this like beautiful experience. You might end up dating them like I'm dating Molly. And then in the future, every single woman that you walk past, you can be like, what if she's the next Molly? Or I could list you guys a bunch of other experiences like that, like crazy wild experiences where I see some girl, my brain says, no, you can't talk to her. She looks unapproachable, or she's too hot for you, or she looks, too young. You're 38 and she looks like she's in her 20s. Like, no, all the excuses that come up. But then I go and talk to her and we have this amazing fucking night, like a night that I had a couple of months ago with this ridiculously hot girl that I walked past, and my brain just said, she's too hot for you, buddy. You can't go and talk to her. And I thought, fuck it. I don't want to live in that world. I'm just going to go and say hi. I went and said hi and I was like, you are so fucking sexy. I literally looked her up and down and I was like, you are so fucking sexy. She was like, thank you. You're really hot too. And I was like, holy shit, we got something here. We ended up having this crazy night. We went and sat by the water. We chatted for hours long into the night. We went back to hers. We played some Super Mario together. And then I ended up fingering her on the couch, going down on her, calling her a good girl while she fucking moaned for me and said, thank you, daddy. Like, it was this really amazing fucking night. And that stuff only happens if you give yourself the opportunity. And again, once you do this a few times and you have some of those beautiful opportunities, then the next time you're hesitating, you start to think to yourself, fuck, what if this is the next beautiful night of passion? Or what if this is the next Molly, or whoever your version of a Molly is? What if this is the next woman that we end up dating for years or potentially for the rest of our lives? What if this is the future freaking mother of my children and I'm missing out on that opportunity? And obviously, there's no guarantees. And statistically, with the numbers game, yes, the woman that you hit on is probably not going to be the mother of your children, but one of them might be. And if you don't go and play the numbers game, if you don't go and say hi, if you don't give yourself that chance, and if you don't shoot your shot, then you will never get that thing that you want. You will never share in that experience. You know, there's a really good quote from Wayne Gretzky, who's like an old, super famous like hockey player, who said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And so the next time you guys or girls are hesitating to talk to someone, to achieve a goal, whatever it might be, you know, to ask a potential client for some money or something, that's, you know, another example of this. But the next time you're hesitating to ask something of someone, or to speak to them about something, or to shoot your shot, just think, what if I'm depriving this person of a beautiful chance to meet me and have a great experience? What if I'm depriving them and myself of a potential opportunity here? What if I just go and say hi and see what happens? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we shall wrap up there. Right now, I have a couple of slots open for my one-on-one coaching. Big, hardcore VIP coaching program with me where you get daily access to me, a weekly call with me, plus access to our group coaching program. So a weekly group call in there, daily access to all of the coaches and the rest of the group to mentor you, to guide you, to build you the life of your dreams, especially if we're going to talk about the context of something like this, approaching. You know, if you've really struggled to approach, or maybe you've done it a little bit, maybe you want a wife and kids, maybe you want a bunch of sex, maybe you just want to get some sexual experience, maybe you want to lose your virginity. This is the fucking opportunity that you have been waiting for. I absolutely guarantee we will get you to achieve your goals. You will go far beyond what you think is possible. You're literally working with me daily, one-on-one. Yeah, no shit, you're going to achieve all of your goals. So I will leave a link down below to that. It's only 2 slots available. So once those are taken up, it's all over, baby. It's all done. Link down below. Check that out. I'm happy to jump on a free call with you and talk through any questions you have. Make sure your goals align with what we can do for you and all of that beautiful stuff. As always, ladies and gentlemen, go out there, have a good time, crush those goals, and go say hi. You have no idea what might happen if you do.